All right, here we go. Just trying to figure out how the heck I'm gonna get through here. I don't remember where I came from in the morning. Well, it technically is still morning, I guess. So you can see the nightmare that I have trying to push the bike through this stuff. Being so grown in. Again, I should have, in hindsight, ditched it a little earlier, but you know, I was thinking it would clear up and I'd be able to maneuver or ride it. There's a couple of sections we can actually ride. Okay, watch out, Lynn. So again, you can see some spots where that there's, you know, you can see really the ballast on the line, and you don't really see that in a lot of places. You just have to come to the places where nobody's gone through. So again, you can kind of see the very swampy terrain here. Luna's on the grade, but I don't know if I want to go in there. Because it just becomes this weaving back and forth. Trying to see again, I gotta go back on this side here. Again, seems like everything's dried out a little bit. She was a little wet and sloppy this morning. See, these trees don't even want to grow. All these black spruce here that are like dead. And it's interesting because the highway through this spot too is all just like dead straight, because there's no real terrain features they have to worry about. It's just swamp. There actually is. There's a picture I noticed on eBay of the railway line being built through this area, because it says Grand Trunk Pacific being built by Savannah, which is just up that way. I just don't feel like paying the money that they want for it, because whoever's selling it wants like 80 bucks for this picture. And I'm like, not really paying that much money. But it shows you the challenges they had trying to build through this area. Oh, man. The things I do, you know, like my wife says, can't you have a normal hobby? Again, if I didn't have the bike, it wouldn't be as bad. Oh, I thought that was something in my tire. It's like a noisy transport. Let me stop for a second here. Check the camera lens in case she's got something on there. Whew. I'm pooped. What time is it? Okay, 11:14, so it's actually 12:14 because we've switched over to Central Time from Eastern Time. So this hike has taken me a while. God, if we could just bike this, it would have been super quick because it's not really much to look at here. Again, all kinds of stuff caught up in my chain. Wow, awesome. Okay, I gotta get out over there where Luna is. It's so hard to go through these alders and crap. So you can see all the swamp, you can see how low the water is, right? Because you can see all the exposed mud. I don't even know if I want to bother jumping on the bike here. There's a little section you could ride on. Three hours, something minutes. I can hear my app talking to me here. Is this our bridge crossing here? I can see the river here, or the creek, Raith Creek. I wonder if that's coming up here. So, and you can see all the ballast here. It's not been covered up, but you can see there's ruts here, right? So it had been driven on at some point. Again, it's been 30 years since this line. 30 years this year. 30 years this year, obviously. Exactly 30 years since this line was abandoned. So in May of 1994, CN got permission to kill the line. And basically it was due to the fact that there wasn't really a lot of business on this line. You know, you basically had a duplication of line. You already had the CN lines coming in to the south from Winnipeg, and then all of a sudden you have this other line, right? So the southern line used to be the Canadian Northern line, and obviously this was the Grand Trunk NTR line, and so basically you got a duplication there, and there was some business on this line. You know, obviously the southern line runs into the States, and maybe it's a little less complicated running through here, but there was some other traffic. There was logging traffic, and then there was some iron ore mines, and then basically when the last iron mine shut down, which was the Matawi mine, which was closer up to Sioux Lookout, basically that's what killed this line. There's no business, so that mine shut down in 1991, and after that there was really nothing going on here. I think this is the bridge. Again, so much easier to go through here now. I see where I'm going. Oh, fun times. Gotta go down here. This is the bridge. See the highway over there really well. Okay, so we're coming up to our second bridge crossing. This one's a little bit more interesting. So we're going to hold up here momentarily and then work our way across the bridge. Okay, here we go. Let's make our way across this bridge. So the unique thing about this bridge is it's actually made out of concrete. It might be a little bit hard to see, but basically you can see the structure here a little bit better as we move across. I don't have a length for you. I'll give that to you when I do the video. I don't know, it's 40 feet, something like that. When I do the video, I can basically measure the distance with my GPS software, so I'll have a little bit better idea. But it's not a particularly big structure, but again, it's made out of concrete. It's not particularly high. It's maybe about 7 or 8 feet high. The unique thing about it is that, again, it's made out of concrete, and it was actually part of a series of upgrades that were done on this particular line. So the contract, the tenders went out for this in July of 1918, and the company that was awarded the contract for both the previous section, so the Fort William subdivision, and this section, which was the Raith subdivision, was the Carter Hall's Aldinger company of Winnipeg. And so basically they got a contract to do essentially two sort of sets of upgrades. Oh man, I can't remember. I didn't print out this sheet doesn't have the oh man, I don't have the amount of the contract with it. It was $80-something thousand to do a series of upgrades on this line, including this one. So at the time, this would have been milepost 3.4, and it was this was called for a reinforced concrete trestle. It doesn't say the length, but basically you can kind of see the structure of it. You're going to see there is a date stamp on it. It's really, really hard to make it out. It's right below us on this side here. So I don't know if you can kind of see it. Yeah, I can see it clearly here. There's a 1919 right here. We're going to try to give you a side view and stuff, and you might be able to see a little bit better. This side, interestingly enough, doesn't have the date stamp on it, but I'll show you that. So again, so obviously part of that contract, 1919, and there was a whole series of structures that were built on this line around that time, including a very larger version of this that was built at a place called Strawberry Creek, way further to the east, and that one was built in 1919 as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go hop down and we're going to go take a look at basically the sides and things like that, and hopefully give you a little bit better view of this bridge. All right, so we've made our way down here. We're on the, I don't even know what corner we're on here. Assuming this is the north side, the northeast corner, I'm guessing. We can kind of make out a date stamp there. I think it says 1919. We're going to try from the other side and see if we can get a little bit better angle. This is as far as I can get. There's a tree right here, and just again, the nature of the creek, it's very difficult to get close. So again, this side seems like it's in pretty decent shape. You're going to see the other side looks like it's had some repair work that's been done to it. This side could have had some done as well, but you can evidently see the date stamp. You can see the height of the structure. So again, it seems like it's in pretty decent shape. So we're going to jump over to the other corner there and have a look from there. All right, so we've made our way over here to the passing Canadian Pacific Kansas City train. We've made our way over here to the northwest corner, So you can see the structure a little bit better. I do apologize because the sun is like right there, so you're getting a whole ton of glare. We can actually make out the date stamp on this side, so I'll give you a zoomed in take on that. I can't get any closer because it's literally swamp all around here, and so I can't get a decent angle on that date stamp. So here you can see the structure. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. It looks like there's been some repair work done to it. Again, you can see the height. It's not particularly tall. It's maybe 6 or 7 feet at the most. So if we make our way this way over here, we can get less of an angle over here on the I don't even know what side we're on. I guess this is kind of like the south side here, but literally just the way that the way the creek goes, it's all wet there, it's all wet over there, so this is about as close as we can get over here. Now there is no date stamp on this side. It looks like this side has been the facade here, the side here has been repaired, so there is no date stamp. It would have been right here somewhere, but I don't see anything on there. Okay, so we'll not quite jump back up on the bike, but we will resume our western journey.